there are a lot of opportunities and challenges. And this is where KID comes in, and how we are taking on these opportunities and tackling these challenges for industry players globally. So I'm obviously very proud to share what we have put together and how our solution really address these challenges. And I think what's cool about KID is, for the very first time, there's a solution out there that is truly empowering kids and teens to have an age-appropriate and localized experience. So first off, what is KID? So KID was founded by 4 founders: Kieran Donovan, who is sitting at the back quietly observing how I'm performing, Jeff Wu, Julian Corbett, and myself earlier last year. Our CTO, Akash, used to be at EA, and you can see that our experience span from like law firms, social media companies, to gaming companies of different sizes. So KID started with a very simple but powerful idea, which is kids and teens' online experiences should be empowering. So when we first embarked on our KID journey, our mission was very clear: to harness the power of technology to create a meaningful change and transform how kids and teens get access to the digital world, and how we can empower them to enjoy the digital world in a safe and trusted manner, free from exploitation and misuse. We envision a fundamental change in how kids and teens can have an age-appropriate experience online without having to suffer all the horrible harms that they're currently exposed to. And also, going to some of our panel panelists talked about our parents and guardians. We envision a future where parents and guardians will play a very critical role in shaping how the kids and teens experiences in the digital world, taking into consideration on what's best for them. So we're proudly selected as one of the technology pioneers within the World Economic Forum's Innovator Communities this year. We've also received the General and KISS Seal from ESRB, Privacy Certified in the US, and the UK Age Check certification scheme. So what's cool about what we have with the ESRB Privacy Certified is that clients who implement our solution properly will be able to fast-track their KISS Seal certification scheme. So that provides sort of like a copper safe harbor for them, which is very powerful in this industry. So before I speak about what KID solution looks like, we talk about industry. So let's look at what the industry is currently doing first. In most cases, as you can see on the slides, online services now deny children access altogether. These are some examples of the terms of service of some of the most popular online services in the world right now, which blocks kids under a certain age, and mostly the age of 13, from getting into their services. Or one of my favorite, age gate. Some online service providers create an age gate that doesn't really work to verify age or location. If you're looking at this age gate, what do you think the kid would really pick? Would they simply lie to get into the game and expose themselves to all sorts of online harms that they're not even aware of? Or they would really not click on the confirm or the quote-unquote trust me button because they are below the age of 13? Or in fact, we know that when they reach an age gate, they often pick one single birth date, which is January 1st, 1900. Right. And the research has shown that that's the date that millions of kids has put in the birthday when encountering the age gate. I think we have to ask ourselves why that is the case. Or look at this user flow, where for a minor to get parental consent to get into one of the most popular games in the world. Do you think the kid will be bothered to go through the whole process, which, based on our own testing, requires my parent to sit right next to me for 30 minutes? Do you think that the parents who are already dealing with a time deficit might choose to encourage their kid to lie about their age, who give the parents' account for the kid to use, or even to refuse access, to grant their kids access to the game, because simply they don't have that 30 minutes to spare? And worst of all, If the connection is somehow lost in the process, we get the pink screen of death. And the minor and the parent will need to go through the process all over again. And so, this is where KID steps in. As a company that deeply cares about the well-being of the digital youth, we offer an innovative solution that not only protects children, but to empower them. And I would like to introduce a term called the Age-Empowered Access. To put simply, Age-Empowered Access is the desire to put the best interest of our digital youth first and allow the opportunity to enjoy the benefits of being online and minimizing any potential harm. Because I only have 8 minutes, so I'll skip one slide. So one of the significant focus of KID is to provide that sort of frictionless experience for kids, teens, and parents. Research has shown that while children want age-appropriate experiences to avoid online harm like cyberbullying or grooming, they may lie about their age if the onboarding process is super cumbersome. So what we do is to make this process as seamless as possible to encourage honesty and compliance. This ensures that kids and teens can explore, learn, and grow online without compromising their well-being. So apart from us providing the technology to enable an age-empowered access for kids and teens, another part of it is to get the involvement of the parents and the legal guardians. One thing is, the children are digital natives. They're growing up, surrounded by technologies. Advancement of technology are at record pace. Sometimes the parents and guardians do not really understand the harms that the kids and teens are being exposed to in the digital world. And so what we're trying to do is to transform the way children interact with the digital world together with the parents and the guardians, making a safer and more enriching space for them to explore. So one of the things is, we see a lot of industry are taking the same approach and said, hey, can our age-empowered access strategy one size fits all globally? Well, the simple answer is no. As mentioned earlier, every country is different, every culture is different, every family is different, and let's face it, right? Every kid is unique. And on top of that, laws and regulations are highly fragmented around the world. So fundamental questions like, what is a kid? As you can see from this map of digital consent, actually ranges from 13 to 21. So what this means is, when it comes to approaching the issue of kids and teens online, we can't really use a one-size-fits-all approach. And therefore, at KID, we've actually gone through a series of work and compiled a database of all these requirements in 200 plus jurisdictions. This database answers simple questions like, what is a kid? To very practical questions like, what should publishers do when they discover CSAM on their platforms? One of our standout features of our technology is our ability to allow our parents or guardians to manage various features that are made available for their kids and teens within their gaming experience. Going to what Paul has said, there are a lot of enforcement actions that talks about privacy by default. We see a lot of enforcement actions as well in the US where, say for example, public chats has to be off by default. So what we offer is that, game publishers will be able to use our technology to understand what are the legal requirements around the world and really implement that privacy by design into their games. And this tool can also be tailored by the parents based on the uniqueness of each and every digital youth, and consider many factors such as the kid's digital maturity, potential harms that are being posed by different features and cultural values, etc. At KID, another focus we have is to really democratize compliance. So companies, big and small, whatever game genre or products that they publish, they will be able to use KID solutions to really assist them. We achieve that by ensuring that our solution is super easy to integrate, is highly customizable. Based on our experience so far, integration with our clients' products have been very smooth, which provides the seamless experience for kids and teens to identify themselves And the publishers can really have the opportunity to offer that age-appropriate experience for the young users. Our industry-agnostic technology is versatile and can be implemented across different online services. I think, together we can really create that secure, trusted, enjoyable online world for next generation. And I would like to finish my part of the presentation with this quote. It's not about telling kids what they can't do, but instead it's about giving them the right tools to discover what they can.